When the period of time known as the Trials ended, the Terran factions pursued their own interests and ceased nearly all contact with one another. More than a century has passed, but all is not well. The current generation of Terrans remains guarded and suspicious of others, but they are also filled with a desire to fulfill the providential future ordained by their leaders so many years ago. Scout ships and exploration vessels commanded by pilots and astro-navigators who have never ventured out beyond their own controlled space have only begun making the arduous journey among the stars. Tradewars Homeworld is a 1-to-4 player, competitive deck-building space combat game involving asymmetric powers and resource management. Each player represents one of the 4 last Terran factions in the galaxy, who compete to increase their faction's wealth and defend their homeworlds. Players may choose between 3 different scenarios, which determine the victory conditions of the game. Trade Wars. In this scenario, players must balance the collection of wealth with their need to defend their homeworld. Space Wars. This scenario is all about survival. Be the last player standing to win. The Derelict. A single-player scenario that focuses on surviving an assault from an alien ship. During a player's turn, the player first selects any one of 10 roles, which add depth, strategy, and meaningful decision-making to the game. The scenarios determine which of the 10 roles are more desirable during the game, though each role has its purpose. Players must determine which actions and benefits they need in order to move their agenda forward. When a player acquires starships, they may deploy them to the space lane, which acts as walls to protect their homeworld from invasion. Before a starship can be deployed, it must be configured, which entails connecting 3 upgrade cards: starships, weapons, and crews. A player may command up to 4 starships at a time, from an array of 5 unique classes. Combat is initiated when the player decides to use the Admiral role, by using their starships to attack an opponent's starships or an opponent's unprotected homeworld. Initiative is determined by rolling dice, and attacks can involve 1 or more starships. If the combined firepower is greater than or equal to the opposing player's resistance, that starship is destroyed. Will these intrepid faction members bury the sins of their forebearers, achieving a compromise among the others, or will they simply abandon all hope for a peaceful coexistence? Historians gazing out at the political landscape agree that after a long period of silence, the trade wars shall begin.